So, magsugod ta sa first nga process or method that is looking at the table of values. So, say for example, we have function f of x equals, simple lang itong gamitan, x squared minus 3. So, if we have this particular function, then gipapangita ta sa limit. So, if we are asked for the limit of x squared minus 3 as x approaches 2, for example, unsa di ang limit nato? Unsa di ang value nga gi-approach sa ato ang y as we move closer and closer to 2? Kay mo man siya ang gi-approach as our x approaches 2 man daw. So, kung may table of values, we use ang pinaka-simple nga method is basig dili pa magud kayo ta familiar no kung unsa day nga mga values atong gamiton. So pinaka-simple is by using the real number line. Unsa day ang concept sa table of values? Unsa pud atong giingay na as we move closer and closer to that value but we are not taking that value. Example, if natin ani nga function or limit nga notation, ipasolve ta for the limit of x squared minus 3 over, as x approaches 2. So, ang atong gi-approach daw nga value sa x is 2. So, ang atong buhaton, we look for the values from the left and from the right of 2. So, list down din nato sila. Pwede ta mag-list of 1. Isa pa may values approaching 2. So, pwede ka ni 0.5. So, 1.5. Napanuntay 2.5 din. So, from the left, we have 1. Pwede din 1.5. Lakbay lang ta. 1.9, 1.9999, 1.999999, dot, dot, dot. So, as long as we are not taking 2 as our value, then muna siya ang ato ang gamiton unya sa atong table of values. Kani pod ang sa pikas nga side, we have 2.5. So, pwede kami sugod sa 3, we have 2.5, 2.1, 2.01, 2.001, dot, dot, dot. So, move gyapon ta closer and closer to 2 from the right side. Muna siya ang concept sa table of values. So, we list down x values that are approaching that particular c value. So, example, kato ganina. Ito siya. If we are asked to solve for the limit of x squared minus 3 as x approaches 2, so, mag-create din ta og duha ka tables. And kaning tables nga atong gibuhat nga nung duha siya ka buok kay we will list down values that are less than pero moving closer and closer to 2, so that is our C negative and C positive dayon. So these are greater than our C but approaching C. So in this example, ang ato ang value nga duulan or i-approach is ang 2 man, no? So unsa man ang values that are less than 2 but approaching 2, pwede ta magsugod kang 1, then 1.5, 1.9, 1.99, and 1.999. Dito din sa PCAS, we have magsugod ta sa 3, dayon 2.5, 2.1, 2.01, 2.001. So what we did here is we list down values that are approaching 2 from both sides, from the left and from the right. Muna siyang process sa table of values or by using table of values. First is mag-create ta og tables. Duha ka tables. We have C negative and C positive. Those are the values that are less than but approaching 2 or approaching C. And isa ka value is greater than but approaching C. So sa isa ka table, we list down x values that are less than our c. So, natay 1, 1.5, 1.9, 1.99, and 1.999. Sa PCAS dayon, we have here 3 or greater than, so 3, 2.5, 2.1, 2.01, and 2.001. Atong goal is we will look for the corresponding y value of those x values that we have listed as we move closer and closer to C or 2, but we are not using 2 here. Kaya ito lang lista ang mga values approaching 2. Mo man na siya ang concept sa limits. We look for the values that are nagduol sa ato ang C but not C itself. Okay, so atong pangitaon din ang ato ang y or corresponding y value or atong f of x. So, solve ta. This is 1 squared. 1 squared minus 3 is pila? We have negative 2. Negative 2. And, okay. So, ang isa is 1.5 squared. 1.5 squared minus 3 is pila man? Negative 3.4 or negative 0.75. Negative 0.75. So, 1.9. So, 1.9 squared minus 3. Pila na siya? This is nag 0.61. Positive 0.61. So, try na to. 1.99 squared minus 3. So, we have 0.9601. And then, sa last na portion, 1.999 squared minus 3. We have 996,001. So, 0.996001. Dito sa PCAS, they solve si 3 squared. 3 squared is 9 minus 3 is 6. 6. Kani isa, 2.5 squared. So, 2.5 squared minus 3 is pila man? This is 3.25. Then, 2.1 squared minus 3. 1.41. Do you follow? Follow ha? Kay aron makuha po din nyo kung saan siya. So, let's have 2.01 squared minus 3. We have 1.0401. So, list down 1.0401. Sorry, 0.01. Last is 2.001 squared minus 3 is 1.004001. 1.004001. Now, try to observe sa ato ang values sa f of x. Our f of x is approaching what value? We are approaching, asa man? We are approaching 1. Diri sa PCAS, so, diri ha itong i-approach nga value kay 1. Diri sa PCAS nga side, we are also approaching 1. Okay, unsa nga value atong giduulan? That's our limit. So, 1. Now, since parehas ang ato ang left side o ang atong right side or atong ginatawag nga one-sided limits, then our limit is equal to 1. Therefore, we can say that the limit of our function or the limit of x squared minus 3 as x approaches 2 is equal to 1. This is our final answer. This is our limit. Always remember that limit exists if and only if the one-sided limits are the same. One-sided limit is a term we use to identify the value that f of x approaches in one direction. So, katong ganina, C negative ug C positive. So, unsa na siya? Kung ato na siyang i-denote into symbols, we have the limit of f of x as x approaches C negative should be equal to the limit of f of x as x approaches C positive. Di ba ito mo nag-discuss ganyan unsa ni C negative ug C positive. So, since mag-equal na sila, or if and only if they are equal, then limit exists. If dili gani na sila equal, then the limit of f of x does not exist. So, we will discuss an example nga wala nag-exist ang limit later in this video.